Hey everybody, this is Charlie the Pennsylvania grain farmer coming to you from sunny western Pennsylvania. Today is Friday, I believe it's August the 11th is the date, 2023, and we're here out in front of the barn and the red shed, and what you're looking at right now is my Oliver 77 tractor, which I bought back on or around the 27th of June. And back whenever I bought that tractor and brought it home, I had done a video of Corey and me going out to central Ohio near a town of Mount Perry to pick this up from the previous owner and haul it back home. And so I did a video on the purchase of it, and we did a quick look at the tractor after we unloaded it, but since then some things have happened. This tractor in the intervening weeks has spent, I don't know, about 3 weeks or a month at my buddy Joe's. Joe's my good friend and also a fellow farmer and the most excellent Oliver mechanic anywhere in the area. And I always have Joe take a look at every tractor that I buy. I mean, he's worked on every tractor I have, and even the recent 3 that I've purchased in the last few years, or 4, I guess I should say. He's taken a close look at each one and made sure they were right. And that's one thing that I'll say about Joe, is that he won't do anything to a tractor if it doesn't need done. Won't do anything unnecessary, but when that tractor leaves this place, he wants to make sure that it's right as he can make it. So I told him, I said, take a look at it, go over it, and fix anything that needs fixed on it. And basically it was a bunch of little stuff. And in just a little bit in the second part of this video, we'll take a look at some of the things that he did and some of the things that I did to make this tractor just a little bit better. But first, in case you're not that familiar with the Oliver 70, I wanted to go over just some general information about this tractor itself. Oliver manufactured the Oliver 770 in Charles City, Iowa, as you would expect, and this tractor had a longer length of manufacture than most of the other ones. Most of the tractors usually were manufactured for 5, maybe 6 years, as they went from the original 60s and 70s to the fleet line, to the super, to the 3-digit, to the 100 series, to the 50 series, and finally the 55s. But and the same was true of the 3-digit tractors, except for the 770. The 770s were made from 1958 until 1967, and the other 3 digits weren't made that long. The reason being, the 770 was a very popular Oliver tractor in its day, and they started again to make them about 1958. And then in the early 60s, they were switching over to the 100 series, the 1800s and the 1900s, like that. But people liked the 770, so as they went to what a lot of people call the square hood or the flat fender tractors, again, the 1800s, and then moving further into the 60s, the 50 series, they kept making the 770s, and eventually they even made the 770s look like the 100 and the 50 series by giving them square fenders and the checkerboard type hood, which this tractor doesn't have. So these tractors were made for quite a long time, and they were very popular. The original sale price in 1967, which was the last year of manufacture, was about $4,345. Now, the Oliver 770 was made in a number of different configurations. They made the row crop like you see right here. They made the wheatland. They made a high crop. And they also made a low profile orchard model as well. You also had a choice of engines. This tractor has the 3.5 liter or 216.5 cubic inch gasoline engine. They also made the Waukesha Oliver 3.5 liter 6-cylinder diesel engine, and also the Waukesha Oliver 3.5 6-cylinder LP gas. The fuel tank on this tractor, on the gas version, like this one, is 20.3 gallons, and the fuel tank on the diesel was 18.2. The transmission was your typical Oliver 6-speed sliding gear transmission, and for those of you not familiar with that, it looks like this. Okay, they sometimes refer to it as the double H pattern, because there's one H up here and then one H some up down at the bottom. Some people say that this configuration of the gears confuses them, but I think it's really very simple. But that might be because I've been dealing with them for my entire life. There was a power booster that was available on these tractors as an option. You notice that the steering or the gear shift is right in here on the right side of the tractor alongside the dash, but there was a power booster shifter which looked pretty much the same, which was on the left side, and that power booster was kind of like the predecessor of the eventual hydropower and ultimately the 3-level over-under system that Oliver went to. I'm actually kind of glad it doesn't have the power booster, because they say it didn't work all that well, and there were lots of problems with it. And now, being so long after the manufacturer, they don't make parts for it anymore, and your only hope is to find some good used parts somewhere, which might not be so easy. This Oliver 770 was supposed to be a 3 to 4 plow tractor, and when they tested it, they came up with 44.38 horsepower on the drawbar. And you may notice that this tractor has a place for a belt pulley. I just don't have a belt pulley for it yet, but I plan to get one. But in any event, on the belt, it tested at 50.04 horsepower. So it's about the same, almost the same horsepower as the Oliver 1550, which has 53. In fact, that Oliver 1550 is what the 770 morphed into when they quit making it in 1967. And as you know, I have an Oliver 1550, and we bought it in 1967, which again I believe was the first year of manufacture. This tractor has disc brakes. Okay, I've decided to split this video into 2 parts, because if I do it all as one video, it's going to be too long, and it takes a hell of a long time for me to upload a video. A 15-minute video takes me close to 50 hours on my rural internet to upload. So I'm going to split this video approximately in half and make it as a 2-parter. So this is the end of part 1, where we've talked about the Oliver 77 or 770 in general, and part 2 will be about the specific things that were done to this tractor. So I hope you enjoyed this part 1 of this set of videos. If you did, I hope you'll hit the like button and consider subscribing, and if you have subscribed, I appreciate that very much. Please consider you know, sending me a comment or asking me a question. I do read them all, and I do try to respond to everyone. So for now, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer, saying see you next time, and stay tuned for part 2 of this series.